Okay, we're recording. But Kiana's gonna jump on with me, which actually works because she has overcame some recruiting things. She's been, this is my best friend. I know a lot of you all probably already know that because we usually do trainings together. But she actually changed some things with recruiting and her mindset and stuff, so it actually works out. Yep, that works. Okay, so I just want to like touch base first on like kind of what the homework was or whatever. So the first few points, and then I'm gonna let her go ahead and go. But your homework basically was to come up with like who you want to work with, who you want to serve, who your people are, who these promoters are going to be that's going to join you. Like basically when you get on social media, who you need to be talking to, because you're not getting on social media to talk to anybody and everybody. That's not your ideal person. You're not getting on there ready to talk to a 60-year-old man and everyone in between, the 20-year-old mom. Like that's not how we get business done. And I'm not saying everyone can't join you, but you need to be specific with the people that you are trying to attract, that you want on your team or as a customer or whatever. So basically your homework was just going over, ages. Like I said, I don't get too specific with ages, what their fears are, what their struggles are. That's the main things, knowing what your people's fears and struggles and pain points are, so you can touch on those, so you can attract those people just naturally, because that's what you're going to be talking about. So that we kind of ended with like, what does she need to hear from you? Is that okay? My kid's ringing the doorbell. So if you want to go ahead and go from there, go ahead with the top part that works for me, if you're ready.
Like the recruiting part? Yeah. Okay. So I'm Kiana, and 10 minutes to prep for the Zoom. Hi, hello. So I wanted to jump into how to attract the right people to your team. And I'm going to kind of just combine some things that Krista was already planning on talking about tonight, and then just give you my perspective on it. And if you've never heard my story about growing a team, this is a fun one. I feel like I have a very interesting story with wanting to grow my tribe. So first things first, not every new promoter will be the one who runs with it. So I know we've had a lot of trainings about whether someone wants to make $50, $500, $5,000, $50,000. That's not our business. That's not our job. So our job is to attract people, talk to them, answer their questions, get them started, and work with them at their pace. So of course we want people that have some kind of goal, but if their goal is $500 a month, they don't have, that 40K, 80K, 200K vision. If they have that 200K vision, but all their work ethic is like that 500 to 1,000, we can kind of compromise around like 12K. You know what I mean? Like you'll have a team, but it's not too big and stuff like that. So that is what your job is. That is your only job, is to attract these people, answer their questions. And then once they're in your network, your job is to really just get on their level and meet them where they're at. If all they want is $500, okay, cool. Let's get them making $500. At the same time, you're going to have 20 people that want to make $5,000. So keep that in mind. When you're recruiting, just chill out. You're interviewing them too. You don't have to, you don't have to chase people. You don't have to bend over backwards. My favorite line when answering questions is, you'll learn that in training. Well, how do I do da-da-da-da-da without cold messaging? You'll learn that in training. I'll teach you that. I'm not going to give you my entire training and hours and hours and hours and hours of mentorship and team trainings before they ever even sign up. So I'm famous for just being like, you'll learn that. You'll learn that in training. It's covered in your training. As soon as you sign up, you're going to get your training. So kind of, if you want, adopt that mindset behind it to keep you from going back and forth with someone who's not going to join you anyway, who's just looking for a reason to not join you. You control the conversation, and it's a two-way street. Just like you want them to join your industry, you also need to make sure that they're not going to drain your energy. You also need to make sure that, I don't know how to put it in a nice way, but that they're worth your mentorship. I'm not good at being nice with things like that, but that they're worth your time, that they're not going to be energy suckers, that their why, their reasoning, that they're going to stick with it, that, and these things don't always work out. but you can usually get kind of like the gist of it when people are asking questions. If they're asking legitimate, you know, questions, they're not trying to find an objection for every single little thing that you say. Those people are going to end up not joining anyways. And if they do join, the first time they run across any sort of roadblock or hurdle or hard time or a no, they're going to fall off anyways. So just keep that in mind. You're interviewing them too. And then get to know them as a human being. So, I mean, we talk about this on trainings a lot. We hear this a lot, like get to know them. Like they're not just a 200, 400, or 800 pack. You're not just trying to get them to buy a pack. If you have that mentality, then once they actually submit that button, you have no idea how to talk to them. So that's why it's important that in your posting and in your attracting, you're actually attracting you, because you on your profile and you in your messenger, it needs to be the same as you as a leader. They need to be able to get that same, energy, that same person. They're getting the same Kiana that they got in a live video, that they got in a post, that they got in my stories, once they got in my inbox. They got the same me. And then whenever they start the business, they get the same me. So just keep that in mind. If it's not them, it's someone better. If they say yes, awesome. If they say no, awesome. I say that all the time. Like I never get invested in it. They're like, question. Okay, I'm going to join sometime after I have my baby, like in December. What? Excuse me, what? Why did you ask me all these questions? That's why. That's covered in your training. Once you're ready, when do you think you'll be ready? Because then I can talk to you more at that point. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, if they say yes, awesome. If they say no, awesome. I always take a no as a not right now too. I never really take it as a no. I just take it as a not right now. Just a side note. So I think I'm going to let Krista go from there, but I want to share just a little bit about my story. Up until about February of this year, which means I was pushing a year. I was 10 months in. I did not want a team. So from day 1 through month 10, I did not want a team. I wasn't scared of a team. I ran a team of about 600 people in my last company with just myself and Krista leading it by ourselves, like literally. So I wasn't scared of it. I just didn't want it. I got spoiled. I'm like, oh, we have this team group and I don't have to manage it. Okay. Like I'm about to just sit back and kind of kick my feet up. I don't want a team. I don't want energy suckers. I don't want people draining me, asking like the craziest, most irrelevant questions. I don't want to have to deal with personality types. Like I just got very like spoiled. I'm like, okay, I can enroll, you know, anywhere between 15 and 25 customers a month consistently. So let's just run with that. And then in February, I'm like, okay, this is a lot of work. Like trying to go 40,000 in sales by yourself. That's a lot, guys. So I was like, okay, you need a team. How can you make this a win-win situation? How can you make this, I can have my team, but it cannot drain my energy? Okay, boom, I have the perfect solution. I'm not available for, and I'm not aligned for anybody coming into my industry who is not a runner, a self-starter, self-motivated, self-disciplined, just gets it. Now, of course, everybody doesn't get the business itself. You know, they need help with that, like BV and PV. I still ask Krista those questions. It's fine. But I just mean, you know, they get it. They know if they run into a problem, they know to reach out for help, fix the problem, and keep it pushing. They don't dwell. And that is exactly what pushed me from sitting at 4K for almost a year. I went 12K when I made that one decision that I was going to bring people into my industry, and quality people at that. That I was very specific. If I have to go 6 months without enrolling anyone so that I can enroll 10 rock stars, I will sit patiently, quietly for 6 months. I'm fine with that. Like Katie says all the time, I don't just enroll anyone with a heartbeat and a credit card. So if you, if someone comes to me and they're ready to do this business, but I see the red flags, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I'm only available for people who are not energy suckers. Like energy leeches are not for me when it comes to building my tribe. And so that's literally what boosted me from doing barely like $2,000 to $4,000 in sales to, you know, being about halfway to my 40K every month since making that decision. And that's all it took, you guys. That's all it took was the decision. The things that I've talked about already, and then some of the things Krista is going to go over, and just making that decision that I was not only just going, I'm not just ready for a team, I'm ready for the team is what I told myself. I'm ready for rock stars. It doesn't matter if I sign 4 people up and that's it. They're going to kill it. And what have they done? My girl was one of the first girls to earn like her Maui gems. And then my other girl just told me today she's waiting on her Maui gems. All these people that I brought in around that time frame, they were all rock stars because I decided that that's what I was available for. And I know that kind of builds on like what Krista and Brittany have been talking about as well. So Krista, I'm done. I'm going to turn it back over to you if you want to finish out recruiting.
So I know it kind of sounds harsh and blunt the way that she's putting things, but it's only because we can either let you all keep making the mistakes that we've made, or we can just be real and tell you like that's the secret sauce. It's deciding and only taking the people that, and I don't mean it this way, but like that are worth your time. And I'm not saying that you can't sign someone that's never been with another business before or don't get it or do ask a bunch of questions. It's just deciding if that's what you want or not. If you feel like you don't have enough time in the day to run a business, how are you going to sign up 10 people, just any 10 people that come to you and ask you questions, sign them all up and train them and they don't get it? How? Is that feasible? Can you see yourself doing that? So that's the thing is when you're designing your ideal day, that's what this comes down to. Your ideal day, obviously you're not just getting up, posting, and then that's it for the day. No, you still have to train your team. You still have to show up. You still have to do your job, and you have to duplicate it. Okay, you can't do that with people that are sucking your energy that just joined because you made it seem like they were going to go 50,000 K in 2 weeks. So stop making it look like that. So when you're posting and you're doing your recruiting, don't make it look like they can join and make $1,000 in 2 days. Can they? Yeah. But when you post and talk like that, you're only attracting those people that think they can do it. So when that 2 days is up and they didn't make $6,000, they're out. You have to be real. So when you're recruiting and you're making these posts about recruiting, it's not about just the money. You have to dig into, that's why I said the pain points, the fears, the struggles. You want that mom that truly wants and needs this, not that mom that said, oh, hey, let me join this group and make some money real quick. That's the difference between having a team that's going to run with you and learn with you and duplicate what you're doing, not someone that just wanted some extra money. So that's really, really big on deciding what you want, deciding the type of team. And that's what we asked you. That's what your homework was. What kind of team do you want? What's your culture like? Okay, so you can't attract people that are negative all the time and think your culture is going to be positive all the time. You didn't attract those people. You didn't set those intentions. You took anybody on your team. So that's what makes you level up and decide who you want on your team, is sitting here thinking about what you want, feeling those feelings of your culture and your team page going crazy because everyone's positive, everyone's killing it. Not because you just took anybody and everybody on your team. That's the difference. Because I'm telling you, we've been there, done that. We was with another company when they did a sale on kits and we signed everybody with a heartbeat and a credit card. Everybody. And we were drained and it went nowhere because they did nothing. So like she said, if you sit and you don't sign somebody for 6 months, and then when that 6 month is up, all right, y'all. When that 6 month is up, you sign 10 people because you set that intention, you poured into those people or into the time to attract those type of people, then your team explodes. That was what you were waiting for. That was the people that you attracted the right way. So anyways, let's go on to.
Let me add one short thing to that. Just one tip, like feasible homework tip, whatever, that I want to give you guys is my rock stars. They were actually my customers, or they at least tried a mini pack from me. So I know that people say this all the time, like your biggest rock stars are like people who are on the products. No, that's real. So yes, attracting new people is the thing, but I've kind of found like this funnel process that works for me. When I sign a new customer, I send them a thank you card with a sample. And in that thank you card, I say, basically in so many words, just an FYI, if you ever need extra money, the spot is open for you. So just let me know. Something along those lines. I want to say all of them. I'm confident in saying all of my rock stars from earlier this year were customer. Most of them were actual 4-week pack customers first. Some of them, like 2 maybe, just got the mini pack. And then even when they got the mini pack, when they joined, they actually added those plus line products that I threw in their mini pack. They included those in their promoter pack when they enrolled, if that makes sense. So I wanted to just throw that in there. And what I personally did is I created my own opportunity video. I recorded it on my phone. It's like 10, 15-ish minutes. I uploaded it unlisted on YouTube. And then I followed up with my customers and I said, hey, not sure if you'd be interested in this, but as a customer of mine, since you love the products, watch this video and let me know what questions you have. No pressure. No, I didn't pressure them. Nothing like that. I just wanted them to know that the opportunity was there. And so I sent them that opportunity video and they became my promoters because they're already on the products. So you mean to tell me I can use these amazing products, I can get them for free as a customer or as a promoter, but as a promoter, I'm going to also get paid. I'm going to also be able to get my car paid for. That's a lot. So a lot of people, if given the opportunity, they're already sold on the products, they become the best promoters. And I can say that from experience. So that's something, if you have specific questions, let me know, but that's something that is like tangible that you can actually go do is not pitch. I hate the word pitch, but provide that opportunity to your potential customers. And even in your mini packs, thank you so much for your support. I'm running some specials right now on the 4-week pack. If you'd like to get that, let me know when you get this package. Also, if you'd ever like to make extra money, just let me know. My inbox is always open. Super simple. I never pressure anybody. I don't want to pressure anybody. I don't want you on my team if you don't want to be here. I'm very blunt with it, but I want people to know that the opportunity is there. So I just wanted to throw that in there, Krista. I can pass it over.
Someone's asking what we send with our thank you cards and stuff. Let's cover that at the end if you're cool with that. You can go over what you send and all that. So I wanted to add really quick that is a huge difference in my promoters too, because 9 times out of 10, they either got a mini pack from me or they ordered their month supply and they see that I sell minis, because when they go to join me and they're asking about the pack options, they hardly ever go for a 200 pack because they know, for 1, they need their product, and for 2, they need to sell minis like they tried or they see me do too. Like I hardly ever have anybody even consider the 200 pack because they know they need their product too. So that is huge, making sure that these people are trying the products. They're not just joining you because they've seen those dollar signs. Okay, so all of the recruiting stuff, we're going to break down like how we are going to infuse like recruiting, signing customers, all of that with your branding and your posting. So that's where we're going to go now. So with all of that in mind, who you're putting the intentions out, because you are putting these intentions out, you know what you want on your team. It's not about just getting on social media every day. You have to hold space for these people that are going to join you. I think can y'all hear me still? Okay, because it said that I got signed out. I don't know what just happened. So I don't know if somebody's like trying to log in on Zoom or something, but anyways, that distracted me. What was I saying? What's the purpose of? I don't know what I was saying. It's fine. Oh, holding a spot. Okay, so you're holding thank you. You're holding a spot for these people. So we say, act like a 40K leader before you're that 40K leader. Your mind has to arrive at the destination before your life will. So it's the same thing with team members. If you signed 5 team members tomorrow, how are you going to train them? Or if 5 people reach out to you tomorrow about your business, what are you going to send to them? So I'm not saying you need to go record a Zoom or, a video or whatever like Kiana does. I think it would be a good idea. But like, if all these people reach out to you tomorrow, are you ready? Are you ready to answer their questions? Do you know what you're going to say? Do you have the pack options saved? Do you have all this ready to go? Do you know how you're going to train a new person? Do you have like the VIP worksheet printed out if that's what you need? Like, you have to hold space and you have to be ready. Like we say this all the time, get ready, but then stay ready. So you're not always getting ready. You have to be ready for that next level. So anyways, that's what holding the space is, knowing that your team members are coming. Okay, so what is the purpose of your social media account? What's the purpose here? What are you here to do? Show up, show your life, grow your business, right? If this is what you want to do, This is how you're going to pay your bills. This is how you're going to bring in extra money. This is how you're going to do all the things. You're here for a reason. So this is what the purpose of your social media account is, to help other women. Whatever your branding was, whether it's helping moms get the extra energy they need or to come home from their jobs, that is your purpose. And then this is how you get there. This is your vehicle to what you want, basically. And what is the purpose of you being consistent? So the thing is, if you're not consistent, when people join you, they say, well, heck, Kiana don't post every day. So that must mean that I never have to post either, and I'm still going to be successful. That's not duplicating, right? You have to do what you want your people to do. They do what you do, not what you say. So it's the same thing. Are you posting every day? Are you showing up and doing your work every day on your stories? Because if someone joins you tomorrow and they look at your page, can they follow your lead? I know Em shared this several times before. Like, she asked herself, was she doing the things that she was doing in the beginning still? Like, if her people joined her, so if Kiana joins me tomorrow, can she go to my page, go off of what I post every day and hit her VIPs? Can your people do that? Can they go to your page, look at your stories and your posts and see that you're running a business, see what you're showing up for, and can they hit their VIPs from following your lead? If not, then that's where you need to start. That's what you need to realize. So the purpose of your social media every day is not to get on here and sell anything but yourself. What you do. Hey, I'm Krissa. I take these amazing products. They make me feel bomb. I take care of my kids. I clean my house. I run a business. That's all you're showing people so that they can duplicate that too, so that they're inspired and they want to see what you're doing. And it doesn't have to be people that just join you. It can be people in other companies. I mean, that's not the goal here, but it can be people in other companies just watching you and following your lead. You're here to help another woman out, whether it's on your team or whether they're just following you and following their lead. You're here to help that other woman out. So you have to infuse that energy into your social media. So what vibe, what energy, what ideas do you infuse to your social media every day? So there was one thing that I shared in Brittany's chat today, because it just hit me this morning. So I know I told you all to make a list of we say like 5 things, but it can be like an ongoing list. Every day you can add something to it. Like, oh, this business makes me feel amazing. Oh, this business helped me lose weight. Oh, this business helps me stay home with my kids. It helps me bring in income. It helped me get another car. This ongoing list is what's going to help you with your posting every day. So if you wake up tomorrow morning and you're like, I need to get a post up. I'm feeling really inspired. So one thing that I do, I pray about it. You don't have to do this. I know everyone might be a believer, not a believer, whatever you believe in. It can be just yourself, your intuition or whatever. You can say like, God, what would you have me share today? Pick up your list of all your things that this business has done for you or is going to do for you. It can be the community, the confidence. Because like I said, some of you all may be new and you haven't made $500 yet. That's fine. But it's done something for you. Maybe you were a day one thriver. You felt amazing that next day. It obviously helps you with something. You're here for a reason. So go on that list, talk about that. That's your post. So if I say this at like, God, what will you have me share today? I look at my list and auto bonus pops up. We don't make salesy posts, like we don't spam our timelines, but I know that I can go talk about the car that it bought me or the car payment that it pays every single month for me, how that changes my family, how that's the second biggest expense in a family household. Another mom needs a car. Another woman needs a car. Or maybe she just wants a new car. Somebody wants it, or they can just get that $300 payout. Somebody needs that. You have to hit those pain points. You have to inspire that woman to, it's not about envy or anything, but maybe she sees your new BMW and she thinks, wow, that's nice. Girl, you can have it paid for. You don't have to worry about it. Think about those things. It can be small things like, you know, I talk about what I shared this morning was my coffee table. I wanted a coffee table. There may be another mom out there that wants to go buy a coffee table and it's just not in the cards for her. It's little stuff. Groceries. Talk about your groceries. It's little stuff that get people. That's what people's pain points are. Staying home with your children. Okay, today it was announced in our area whether we're going to send our kids to school or do virtual learning. Maybe a mom really wants to stay home with her kids and it's not in the cards for her. She needs the extra money. Hello, here we go. Do you want to add anything to that real quick? Are you good? Okay. So how, with all that said, how does she feel when she shows up on your social media? How does she feel? Hold on, y'all. My child's screaming for me. Here she comes. How does she feel when she shows up on your social media? Is she inspired? Is she motivated? Is she intrigued? So that's the thing. Like, that's what you're posting for. You're not posting for you. You're posting for her. Why? And then what 3 words would you use to describe the energy of you and your presence? What 3 words? Are you upbeat? Are you positive? Are you inspiring? Like, what 3 words do you vibe with? Like mine lately, I really, really love the word overflow. I don't want just enough. I don't want just my bills paid. So I want to show up and show the world that. I don't want just these things. I want more than enough. I want overflow. I want it all. I'm coming for everything. And I know that's what I had shared. If I had a microphone, I wanted to be able to tell people you can do absolutely anything. If you believe that, you need to show that. So show people that on your social media. Be able to get that point across. That if I can do it, you can too. We're all capable. Okay, let's see. So all of that, I've only got a couple more things to touch on. It's only 9:30. We're good. So make a plan. So you can make it simple. I know we have like our IPAs. We have our things that we do every day. Make a plan with this too. Make sure that you're checking in with yourself every day about what you're posting. Go into your list and add some things to it. Because every single Tuesday, you're getting paid. And I don't care if your check was $15 and you changed it to credits and got you a product or something. It did something for you. You got most of your product paid for. Maybe you just get your free product every month. That's doing something for you. So you're constantly adding to that list. So how often do you share? Do you post every day, once a day, twice a day? Do you stay in your stories all day long? Think about those things. And that's another, like, that's a trial and error thing. You're going to have to play around with it and figure out what works best for you. I usually only post like once a day, but some people can post twice a day. God, she's driving y'all crazy like she's driving me crazy. When do you engage on your platforms? Do you engage every morning, every night? How do you make that work? Because you have to have a plan with that. You can't just show up and expect everyone to come to your page and see what you're doing without engaging with them. You still have to be that light and show up on their pages too. Show up and encourage them. Maybe they're wanting a car. Just show up and say, you know, you got this, mom. You got this, mama. You got this, girl. You can get that car. You're capable. Again, it's not about getting everybody into your business or ordering your products. It's just showing up for women and encouraging them. And then they're going to see that. So the thing is, with all of that, this is how it changes your brand. You're not just talking about who you are. You're showing up and showing everyone else that too. And you're encouraging other people to do the same, to figure out who they are. Like, they may see you and think, oh, she knows who she is. She knows what she wants. I need to figure that out too. I'm just a mom. I'm just a wife. Like, show these women there's more than that in life. There's more than just being a mama. There's more than just being somebody's wife. They can have something too, but they need to see somebody else pave the way first. Lead the way. Show them what to do. And let's see. The last thing. Oh, let me touch on this really quick. A lot of people are asking about curiosity posting. So just a tip, like I'll post this after, but like the structure for a curiosity post is your first sentence has to hook them. So just make sure like that first sentence gets them to see what you're doing. And that helps with pictures too. Pretty pictures, nice pictures. I'm not saying you got to be perfect with presets and stuff, but make it clear, make it good pictures. Show where you were before so they can relate it to where you are now. That's huge. Like I said, people always message me about my growth and everything that I've been doing and how my life's changed around. They can see it in my face. That's why you want to show up where you are or talk about where you've been so they can see where you are now. And then close with a call to action. So ask them to do something, whether it's message you, reach out, drop a comment, whatever. Always make sure that you have some kind of call to action. Like you can even put like, I'm here if you need me, message me. What is the problem? Exactly, nothing. Go to sleep. Do you got anything to add to any of that before I keep going? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Mom life. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on before we are done, I know we didn't keep y'all too long. So, stop thinking that you're flawed and that everything has to be perfect, because your flaws are what make you you. That's what attracts you, or that's what attracts people to you. So me showing up a hot mess like this on my stories or whatever, that's what makes me me. That's what stands out about me. Sorry, y'all, I'm distracted. She's a hot freaking mess. Where was I going with that? I know I told you all I have a ton of affirmations for you all after this. I think that was pretty much it, honestly. Duplication. So another thing with your team, like maybe you already have a team, or maybe you're just under a leader or whatever. Duplication isn't just like, hey, let me give you this post, you do this, you do this, you do this. It's not just telling people what to do. It's like seeing, like I see how Kiana grows her social media. Let her do her thing. Let her do it her way. Encourage her. Tell her she's good at, like, oh my gosh, you're good at posting. Like that caption was bomb. Let her do her thing. Same thing with your team. Don't try to fit everyone in this box, because not everyone's the same. Not everyone's going to have these branding pictures and these perfect put together houses. We don't want everything to be messy all the time and spammy or anything like that, but let people be them. You can't change people. Make a big deal out of their success. If you see your girls doing absolutely anything that they're just doing really good at, like even if it's posting, even if their stories are good, encourage them. It goes a long freaking way. Like if Lindsay or when M texts me or something like that and they're like, oh my gosh, your training was so good, or I love your stories, or you're killing it, that makes my freaking day. So go out of your way to make other people stay, even your sidelines, even if you don't have a team, even your leaders. People need to hear that. And I know this is kind of just all over the place, but I feel like everyone needs a little more encouragement. So go encourage more people. So yeah, give them permission to do more of what works for them and less of what doesn't work for them. So we always encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. If you can do lives, do lives. If you absolutely hate them after doing like 5 to 6 of them, then fine, don't do them. That's not your thing. That's fine. But definitely encourage people to get out of their comfort zone. Ask people, what feels fun, what feels easy. So this is the same thing for you all. What feels fun to you? What feels easy? Stay aligned with that. Do what's fun and easy for you. Don't just get on and like say I posted these stories with all kinds of videos and stuff, so you tried it and you didn't like it and it's just not you. That's fine. Do what's easy for you. Do what's fun for you. If you like being on all the trainings, be on all the trainings. We encourage you to do that anyways. Should we stick with that?
Can I add something too? So, and what she's saying too is do what's easy because everything needs to feel easy and aligned. But what happens naturally, like psychologically, say that you love doing the video option like on your stories and you love going live. And like she said, you love getting on all the trainings. Naturally, what's actually going to happen is you're probably going to be interviewed on one of these and have to lead a training on it. And that's the way that you get out of your comfort zone while doing the things that are aligned for you, if that makes sense. Maybe you're like Krista and you're good with graphics and content and editing pictures and stuff. She's going to have to get out of her comfort zone and do a training on it. You know what I mean? Like that's what ends up happening. There are ways for you to do what it feels good for you. And then you'll naturally want to take the next step. Like, hey, I want to teach the rest of the team this. Because I mean, you guys, like it helps everybody if you hop in a group or you hop in a chat and you share the things that work for you, because what works for you, I'm horrible with graphics. I'm awful at them. Unfold stories, all the things. So I try to show my face more in my stories because that's what works for me. So naturally, that's what's going to happen is you're going to step out of your comfort zone in a way that feels good. I also say try everything. Just because you're scared to go live, that's not a good excuse as to like it's not aligned. Like not being aligned with it and being scared of it are two different things. So for me, what was it that I tried to do? I tried to do something on Instagram or something. I don't remember. I tried to do something and I'm like, I tried it and I've tried it and tried it and tried it for weeks and I just don't like it. I didn't used to like birthdays. I didn't understand the point in like birthdays and stuff like that. And now whenever I tell someone happy birthday, they're like, oh, by the way, congratulations on your wedding. And I'm like, thank you so much. They're like, well, how was it? And we get into a full dialogue because I reached out and told them happy birthday. Like I told 10 other people that day. So that's just all I wanted to say on that is like, whatever you're aligned with, it will naturally open doors for those uncomfortable things. It's not saying play small, play comfortable and keep it easy. It's do what feels good and then branch out in those areas, start teaching those things, start expanding more. Like whenever I decided to, I felt aligned with doing personal development, then I started stepping out of my comfort zone and reading books. Just because I wanted to pour into myself, you know, with some podcasts and stuff, it ended up opening the door for me to do something that I didn't really enjoy doing that was out of my comfort zone, which was reading. And now I love to read. And then the next step is, you know, Krista and I are in some courses. And so I do these like guided coursework things. And then I teach this stuff and turn around and spit the information back at you, you know. So it builds upon itself. It's not saying play small and stay comfortable. It's saying do what feels aligned, try anything for a good amount of time, and then decide whether you're available for it and you're aligned with it or not. So I wanted to just point that out.
So I'm just going to end it with that. I want to just encourage you all a little bit to just know that you're here on purpose. You have a purpose. And that was the purpose of this, was finding your purpose. Because I don't want you all running through the motions. I say this all the time. We're not here to help you just be successful in this business. We're here to help you be successful in life, whatever that is. You still need to know your purpose in life. You still need to know your purpose to know what you're doing. So know your purpose and know that you're here on purpose. You know, your work is needed. You are powerful. You bring something to the table that nobody else does. You do something different than Kiana does and something different than I do. You bring something else to the table. Somebody needs you. So I know I said that last night too, but think of these women that if you don't show up, what happens to them? Do they ever find the light? Do they ever catch up on bills? Like, I'm not okay with living that way, thinking that there's women out there that are never going to be okay, that are never going to find, you know, the reason to step out and try this, to get out of that cubicle, to get out and find their purpose and be more than just a mom, be more than just a wife. Like it's okay and it's safe to drop the fears that you're not enough, because you are. And you have to be the one to show up and know that you're enough to be able to encourage somebody else with the same thing. So it's time to step into your purpose, step into your boldness, step into who you are, and do more, be more, show more, level up, go bigger. Like, go big or go home. What do you lose if this doesn't work? We earn our product for free. We already don't pour money into this. So what are you going to lose if this don't work? If you decide that something else is what you wanted to do, what are you going to lose? Nothing. You got some bomb products. That's what I said. Like, if I was to not do this business anymore, I'm still about to be on these products every day. Nothing else compares to this. It doesn't. You can do all the research in the world. It's not going to compare. So anyways, just wake up every day knowing what your purpose is, knowing what your gifts are. Don't deny the world of what you have your hands on. With you, with the products, with the business, don't deny the world of that because you feel like you're not worthy. Because you are. So I think that was it. Sorry for the meltdown over here. Sorry for holding y'all so long. I know it's like 9:40 something now. But I hope all of this helped. Maybe we'll touch on more one day. We gotta, I feel like we've poured everything. We got it in us out. So maybe when we pour in ourselves a little more, we can come back with something else for y'all. But I hope all this helped over the last 3 days. This is recorded. It should post quickly. If you have people, this is something that we can continue to use though. All 3 parts of this, we can continue to share this with our teams. You can go back, like I said, I've done this work several times myself. Go back over and over and redo this. So anyways, I hope y'all have a good night. Thank you all for getting on with us, and I will see y'all next time.